morning, guys. It's Andrew from the Codex Club. Welcome to the Codex Club YouTube channel. Penny and I are waking up this morning together with you, and I'm going to be reading the June 13th and 14th Streams in the Desert daily passages. Hi! Very good, hun. You were walking. Yes. Oh, she's been so into this. I'm so happy about it. There you go. Very good, honey. Okay, June 13th. My own peace I give to you. John 14:27, Weymouth. Two painters each painted a picture to illustrate his conception of rest. The first chose for his scene a lone, still lake among the far-off mountains. The second threw on his canvas a thundering waterfall with a fragile birch tree bending over the foam, and at the fork of the branch, almost wet with the cataract spray, sat a robin on its nest. The first was only stagnation, the last was rest. Christ's life outwardly was one of the most troubled lives that ever lived. Tempest and tumult, tumult and tempest, the waves breaking over it all the time until the worn body was laid in the grave. But the inner life was a sea of glass. The great calm was there. At any moment you might have gone to him and found rest. And even when the human bloodhounds were dogging him in the streets of Jerusalem, he turned to his disciples and offered them as his last legacy, my peace. The rest is not a hallowed feeling that comes over us in church. It is the repose of a heart set deep in God. Drummond. Good job, honey. My peace I give in times of deepest grief, imparting calm and trust and my relief. My peace I give. Yeah, honey. I love that. Amazing. The peace I give when prayer seems lost unheard. Know that my promises are ever in my word. My peace I give when thou art left alone. The nightingale at night has sweetest tone. My peace I give in times of utter loss. The way of glory leads right to the cross. My peace I give when enemies will blame. Thy fellowship is sweet through cruel shame. My peace I give in agony and sweat, for mine own brow with bloody drops was wet. My peace I give when nearest friend betrays. Peace that is merged in love and for them praise. My peace I give when there's but death for thee. The gateway is the cross to get to me. I pray for peace for you today, and I hope that, oh, thank you, honey. Mwah. And I hope that you are able to find that peace for yourself, because it is offered, and you have but to be like that robin on its nest on the edge of a waterfall to know that that is actually rest compared to like a lake in a peaceful valley between mountains, you know? I'm going to go right into June 14th. I have prayed that your own faith may not fail. Luke 22:32. Christian, take good care of thy faith, for recollect that faith is the only means whereby thou canst obtain blessings. Prayer cannot draw down answers from God's throne, except be it the earnest prayer of the man who believes. Faith is the telegraphic wire which links earth to heaven, on which God's message of love flies so fast that before we call, he answers, and while we are yet speaking, he hears us. But if that telegraphic wire of faith be snapped, how can we obtain the promise? Am I in trouble? I can often obtain help for trouble by faith. Am I beaten about by the enemy? My soul on her dear refuge leans by faith. But take faith away, then in vain I call to God. There is no other road betwixt my soul and heaven. Blockade. What are you doing? Blockade the road, and how can I communicate with the great King? Faith links me with divinity. Faith clothes me with the power of Jehovah. Faith ensures every attribute of God in my defense. It helps me to defy the hosts of hell. It makes me march triumphant over the necks of my enemies. But without faith, how can I receive anything from the Lord? O then, Christian, watch well thy faith. If thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. C.H. Spurgeon. We boast of being so practical a people that we want to have a super thing than faith. But what did not Paul say? That the promise was by faith that we might be sure. Romans 4:16 by Dan Crawford. Faith honors God, and God honors faith. I like that. Oh, it's raining here. It's kind of a gloomy day, so I'm going to try and get my day started with something warm to drink and some breakfast. I am appreciative of you guys watching, and I will see you tomorrow.